Good morning. I talked to this man yesterday, very nice, competent man in my age. And he got bad news last week. He told me he found out that he's got tumors in his stomach. Two of them, I believe. Terrible news, right? And then a bit later we got to talk about the vaccine. He asked me what I was doing, and well, I ended up telling him that I'm not vaccinated. When I said that I'm not vaccinated, he looked so scared. And I wanted to ask him questions, but I just couldn't. He got that bad news last week. You see, the poison, the vaccine is such bad news, isn't it? People need to look into this, of course. But I didn't feel comfortable telling him about it. And he looked so scared. I think he will look into it, though. Right? Now, I was listening to this lady this morning about the vaccine being bad news. Dr. Susanna Humphreys, a very nice lady. I'll post a link to it. And she said she looked at the Pfizer vaccine under a microscope. And she saw particles. I've seen other clips, right? And she talked about circles and squares floating around, she said. And she said, that's interesting. She looked at other vaccines, older vaccines, and she didn't see any of this. And then she left it overnight and looked at it again. And then she said she saw it was like long wires started to form. I've seen other clips, right? That's what she said. And then later she said, I'm not saying that this is what it is, but now it looked like a circuit board. A circuit board? You know, that little things you put in computers and phones and stuff. What's this? And she was freaked out by it, she said. And so this is what happens when you look at it under a microscope. What happens when you put it into a body? That's what I'm saying. The news, the information about this poison is it's so bad, isn't it? It's really uncomfortable. It's getting more and more uncomfortable to talk about it, especially if people are suffering, right? And they wanted to put it into the children. Of course, they said, "Oh, we have to do it. We have to inject the old people, but the children, yeah." And they had different excuses, stupid excuses, to get it into the children, right? And that's what they did. So, what's the solution to this? You know, I think we should look at these people as serial killers, because this is what they are. And how do you deal with a serial killer? Right? Well, you see a van. There's a serial killer sitting in a van, and you call the police. But we don't see any justice, do we? Nobody's been arrested. Dan Andrews is still walking. He's doing fine. Jacinda Ardern, Fauci, all these guys. Nobody's been arrested. So you call the police. And if nothing happens, what do you do? Well, it's very simple, isn't it? You stay away from that car, don't you? You see that van, you stay away from it. Maybe you try to get rid of it, see? But you definitely stay away. And if you have kids, you protect your kids. Of course you do. You stay away from them. They are murderers, right? So it's very simple. You walk away. You don't go there, right? You don't go to see them. You stay away. Very simple. All right. I also want to tell you, I posted music yesterday, another one, for those of you who love my music. 0.5% of you, I don't know. This is a long piece, 7 minutes long. And of course I like my own music. Of course I do. My girlfriend likes it too, but I think maybe this one was special, I don't know. She really liked this one, the last one. It's called 5 Bells for Freedom. Alright, I'll post a link, you can listen to it if you want. Okay, be good.